What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our round 1 battle for the IBL playoffs. It is our revenge season. We are out here trying to get the title. Unfortunately, we have a very scary opponent in our path, and potentially 3 very scary opponents in our path. This may look a bit familiar. Last week, we actually played against Sparrows as well in the final week of the regular season, or I should say 2 weeks ago, because there wasn't an upload last week. We had a bye week. This is a tough matchup. I was not kind of getting on that last time around because I honestly didn't look too deep into it, but this matchup is very, very, very difficult, and I just want to give a huge thank you to everyone in my front office who was able to give me a hand here. Ian, Granky, Brain, Tone, Liv, Hayes, Panda, like, I really appreciate you guys for giving me a hand with this. Like, it's incredible how amazing your help has been. So without that help, I don't think we come up with a team as good as this one to be able to get the win this time around. Let's kind of jump into it and explain why the matchup is so difficult. Well, the first one is, look at all the speed he has. Cobalion, Flygon, Heliolisk, and Indeedee, Cinderace. The speed is just killer, outspeeding majority of my team, honestly. On top of that, he can slap a Scarf on any of those and really cause problems for me. The biggest things I'm worried about would be Scarf Indeedee, Scarf Flygon, or Scarf Heliolisk are all very, very threatening to my team. After that, there's a couple walls. The Sableye, the Toxapex, and the Tangrowth are all very, very annoying. The good thing is I have access to a Pokemon with Freeze Dry, which can easily beat them. Problem is, it's not the fastest thing in the world, and that's where the speed comes in, because he has 2 Pokemon with super effective stabs that hit that Pokemon, cure him with super effective damage, and then on top of that, he has the Heliolisk and the Indeedee, which have both incredibly powerful attacks. Same thing with the Cinderace. So that's kind of why this matchup is a bit difficult. We do have a couple avenues to really cause problem for him, and I'm hoping that we can take advantage of that. It does rely on us executing the plan properly, and the plan that I have is to get rid of Tangrowth, get rid of Flygon, and you guys are going to see why once we finish off with this first Pokemon. But as always, guys, I appreciate you subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and let's go ahead and jump into the team builder. So first of all, we're bringing obviously our GMAX and Heliolisk. This has to come to every single game. It finished 2nd place on the all-time or the season kill list. I believe it had 21 kills, which is fantastic, only behind 27 from GMAX or Shibu Rapid Strike, which, whole other discussion, believe that thing should not have been allowed. Regardless, let's go ahead and get into this Inteleon. We are running an expert belt on this set this week, and the reason for that is because we hit my opponent's team for phenomenal damage. Look at it. Surf, Air Slash, Mud Shot, and Ice Beam hit my opponent's team for incredible damage. 7 of the 11 Pokemon are hit for super effective damage. The only ones that are not are the Indeedee, the Vanillix, the Sableye, and the Snorlax. Everything else gets hit super effectively, and that's kind of why we have this. The reason I have Surf is because after a Dazzling Gleam from my Roserade on a Cobalion, I really want to make sure I can guarantee get the KO on that, and Surf can do that while Snipe Shot or Scald cannot, so that's why we're going with that option there. Mudshot is there specifically for the Toxapex. When we're maxed, a Mudshot will nuke that thing. It does like 70% to it if it's got a decent amount of special defense investment. If it's like max special defense, max HP with a calm nature or something, then if we get up a Spike, then we will 2 KO that thing all the time, and that's what we definitely have to do. That's why we have the Mudshot there with the Expert Belt. Ice Beam is there because my last mock with Liv, I managed to set up myself really well to the point where I got a +2 boost with air, or a +1 boost with my max airstream, and I was able to get rid of the Toxapex, but I couldn't finish off the job because I was running U-turn over Ice Beam and I couldn't OHKO the Flygon. So that's why I have that there, because Flygon was Scarf and Flygon was causing me a lot of problems. If I managed to get rid of the Flygon, then Crocodile or even just Inteleon could have just won the game outright. So that's why I have that there specifically. We do have to keep in mind that max Hydro Snipe goes through Dry Skin on the Heliolisk, so I can just fire that off pretty safely, especially once the Toxapex goes down and I manage to get off at least 1 boost in my speed. So that's why I have that there as well. And just the speed is good to have. I can outspeed any Scarfers. I outspeed my opponent's entire team unless he brings webs. Feel very confident in that. Absolutely. This is the key mon to our success this week, shortly followed by the next one, which is going to be our Crocodile. Crocodile has not come very often this season. When it does come, it kind of just doesn't really do much, but I really have to make sure that it does well. This is one of the other keys to our success. The reason why I said get rid of Tangrowth, get rid of Flygon, is because look at my opponent's rest of the team. Look at the rest of the team. Obviously not Ninjask, because Ninjask is not going to come, but look at the rest of it. It hates ground type attacks. I can just fire off Scarf Earthquakes, get myself Moxie boosted, and I'm going to throw my opponent's entire team out. It's going to be an absolute murder as long as I can make sure I get rid of those 2 Pokemon. Now, in a couple mocks, Flygon didn't come, in a couple mocks, Tangrowth didn't come. So I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with one and not the other, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I would rather have Tangrowth be there because it's a lot less scary than something like Indeedee is, but we'll see. And at the same time, I'd rather it over the Cobalion because Cobalion is faster and Cobalion gets rocks, and that is a problem for sure. But yeah, Crocodile, very, very strong here. If he does not bring the Cobalion, then I can definitely click knockoff for a while. Only issue is the Cinderace comes in freely, gets off a max Knuckle, gets off a max Airstream, and then causes a problem for me, so I can't really deal with that effectively. So again, we'll see how it goes, but that is what I'm leaning with here. Crocodile is going to be one of our endgame Pokemon. Very strong here. I speed for Modest and Indeedee. It is our electric and psychic immunity, meaning that Heliolisk and Indeedee, their stabs are not going to be completely destroying us the entire time. And we also take a Jolly Cinderace's max Fireball, so that's a GMAX fire move that it has, or a Life Orb max high jump kick, or a Life Orb Pyro Ball from regular Cinderace, excuse me, after rocks. Very, very important calcs here. We need to have that. It only costed us about 16 EVs in our HP, but I'll definitely take advantage of that because we want to get as much bulk out of this thing as we can while maximizing our offense as much as possible. Mon number 3 is going to be our Rotom Heat. This is one of the Pokemon that helps facilitate the win con of GMAX Inteleon or Crocodile. The reason it does that is because look at my opponent's entire team. He has one electric immunity, it's the Flygon. If I can burn that thing with Will-O-Wisp, it makes it so much less of a problem for me to deal with. It really becomes a lot easier for me to handle. Thunderwave is there specifically for a lot of things like the Indeedee, like the Cinderace, and a bit like the Cobalion depending on the set. And Will-O-Wisp hits pretty much everything else for good damage. It's just a little bit of extra chip, which is nice. Overheat nukes the Tangrowth, which is very nice. It nukes the Heliolisk as well. And Voltage is there for momentum. It's very, very useful to have. Very much needed for me to have this set. It's the exact same spread that I had last time, and it's a good spread. It can take 2 of anything from the GMAX Cinderace when it's maxed and has a Life Orb, except if it's going for max Strike with like Giga Impact or something. That will actually do enough to 2-KO me. But again, I don't expect him to run Giga Impact. I just don't, and like I said before, the investments in defense is there for that specifically, and the special defense is there to take hits from something like the Vanillix, something like the Indeedee's Expanding Force. If it's Specs, I believe we actually take 1 Timid Specs Expanding Force in terrain. We need to take that, and then we can fire off a Thunder Wave, Volt Switch out of there, and kind of move on to the next step in our game plan. After that, we have our Kyurem. Now Kyurem again is also here because it destroys the Tangrowth and the Flygon, which are the 2 Pokemon standing in the way of my Crocodile sweeping. So with Freeze Dry, we hit both those for super effective damage. We have Scale Shot to boost our speed in case we need to. Roost is there for recovery, and Earth Power is there because it hits the Toxapex, the Cinderace, the Cobalion for super effective damage, all of which resist Freeze Dry except for Toxapex. Obviously, I definitely go for that. The only thing is we don't hit the Vanillix for great damage. I don't necessarily expect it to be coming, but if it does, we have other ways around it. I think it's just a mistake for him to bring that because I have a Aegislash, I have a Rotom Heat, I have my Inteleon, I have a Clefairy and everything. I really don't think it's the best bring for the Vanillix, but we'll see if he wants Veil. He can run that. Again, this thing has speed for the Indeedee. We speed tie that as well, and Roost will allow me to gain back HP so that my Habanberry can activate on the Flygon's Outrage and will actually take the hit. Flygon, if it's Scarf and it's a Jolly nature, it'll actually do around 55% at the very most to my Kyurem with Outrage, so if I can keep myself above that range, I'll be able to take the hit and KO it back with the Freeze Dry. Maybe, just maybe, I go for Scale Shot depending on things. There's that chance to miss, so I probably will just want to play it safe and just get the KO because that's not the real win con. Kyurem isn't the real win con, it's Crocodile and Inteleon, so we have to make sure that we get that taken care of. Pokemon number 5 is our Roserade. This is our lead this week. The lead Roserade is very important because we are running Spikes with Stun Spore, Focus Sash, Sludge Bomb, and Dazzling Gleam. Originally, I was running a Dedenne here with Focus Sash with like Nuzzle, Super Fang, Discharge, and Dazzling Gleam, which is not bad at all. It could paralyze something like the Cinderace. My opponent only has 1 Rocker, and I don't expect the Hail to be coming, so because of that, I felt like bringing a Sash Pokemon, just having it in the back, I can then bring it in on the Cinderace after it like gets the +1 or something, or gets a random KO on my Aegislash or whatnot, and then I can fire off a Nuzzle and paralyze the thing and really make it a lot easier for me to handle. Super Fang it as well. Just could be basically, I felt very confident in that set. The issue was it was not doing enough. It was not doing enough for me. I felt like I had to get something else, and I felt like having the longevity of Spikes was going to be more valuable for me, and that's what we have it. Our lead with the Spikes is going to be here. This guy, he only has Defog on, I think, the Flygon and the Ninjask. I think that's it actually, and he has Core Change on the Cinderace. I don't expect that to be coming. If it does, good on him. But again, I don't expect it. Dazzling Gleam is there because it specifically hits the Flygon for a 2 KO. It does a good amount of damage to the Cobalion at the same time, the same amount that extra sensory would do, and it also hits the Sableye for fantastic damage. It does not hit the Toxapex, but the Toxapex comes in on me, I fire off a Stun Spore, I then Spike up. If he decides to go for Toxic Spikes, whatever, I have my Aegislash and I have my Rotom, which are immune to Toxic Spikes. I can then switch back into my Roserade to absorb them at another point in time. That is the benefit of the Roserade. I feel very confident that I do not need Natural Cure, I do not need Technician, so Poison Point, if I can get the, I don't know, the Flygon poisoned or something on a U-turn, I would definitely take that. It's going to be very, very valuable. Even the Cinderace, if it decides to go for a U-turn on me or something, for some reason, we'll say, I could definitely take advantage of that and get the Poison Points, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, that is this thing. It also has speed for Modest and Didi. It's the same speed as Crocodile, and it is basically going to be our lead, and I need to play it well. I have to play it well, or else this game is going to go off to a really rocky start. So we should be fine though with it. I feel confidence. Moving on to the final Mon, and this is the Mon that I really don't want to have to bring, but I have to bring it. And this is why I was saying this matchup is so difficult. I have to bring Aegislash. If I do not bring Aegislash, Hyper Voice on Indeedee, Hyper Voice on Heliolisk just beat me straight up. And I have nothing to do about that because look at the rest of my team. Tell me what resists normal outside of that. Nothing. My Steel type and my Ghost type are one and the same. I don't have a Rock type, so normal just shits on me. It doesn't help that their stabs are also really good against me, and they get decent coverage as well, and they're fast. They're fast as hell, and because their normal move specifically is Hyper Voice, that's where the problem comes, because if they were not running Hyper Voice, I would definitely be running a Sub-Kyurem this week. I would have to. And I could set up on the Toxapex, I could set up on the Tangrowth, I could set up on a Flygon that maybe I notice isn't Scarf or something, and I can then scare it out. But I can't do that. It is actually there to just weaken the damage output they would be doing. I need to keep this around for as long as possible until I can break my opponent's team. And Aegislash is kind of meant to do a bit of the breaking, just a bit of it. And with this set, you're going to see it's very weird. Why do we have Steel Beam if I said I want to keep this thing around as long as possible? For those who don't know, Steel Beam will take away 50% of my health just for using it. That's it. That's actually important. I really need that to happen because I have the Shuca Berry here, which is there to make sure I live a hit from the Flygon. If he goes for the U-turn or the Earthquake or whatever, if he goes for Earthquake on me, I'll live the hit because of my Berry. I can then fire off a Steel Beam, or I can get to +2 with the Totemize. And if I get to +2 with the Totemize, I will outspeed anything that is creeping Kyurem while they're at +1. So that would be something like the Cinderace if it decides to creep Kyurem, something like the Heliolisk if it decides to creep Kyurem. I can then outspeed both of those if they are at +1, fire off a Steel Beam, which is going to do a ton of damage to them, or a Shadow Ball. And the reason why Steel Beam is the move of choice to run, the Steel move of choice to run, is because I do not want to let my opponent's Cinderace get to +1 speed or +1 attack or just KO me outright. I want to be able to be the one that decides when this thing goes down. So if I say I'm at 45% or something from the Earthquake damage after the Shuca Berry, I'm at +2 speed, Cinderace comes in, you know what, I think you're going to GMAX here and probably go for max Airstream. I don't want that happening. I don't want you getting the speed boost. I'm going to go ahead and fire off my Steel Beam, which will take away my entire HP after that point, and down I will go, and you will not get your bonus, and you will lose out a turn of your GMAX turns. If he brings in the Toxapex, I can just keep firing off Shadow Balls until he KOs me. Whenever that happens, that happens. I would be happy if I got special defense drops, don't get me wrong, but that's it. That's what we have here. This is our Aegislash. It's important that we get the Aegislash taken care of whenever I decide that, not when my opponent does. Thanks for sticking around for the long Teambuilder, guys. We're going to be playing in about an hour of my time, but you guys are going to see the battle happen right about now. So thank you guys for watching again. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. And I'll see you guys in a minute with the battle. Oh my god. Okay, he did not bring... Interesting. Okay, so there's no rocks to deal with, but there are going to be webs to deal with, and that is a huge problem. So I'm going to remove, add that, going to take away the Tangrowth, going to take away the Toxapex, and holy shit, what else is there? There's the Sableye. There you are. Okay. Live editing here. I am so nervous. Okay. The only Mon that I did not see in any of my walks was the Swirlix. And unfortunately for me, I decided not to bring Defog on my Rotom. I decided to bring Will-O-Wisp and Thunder Wave. That's not good. That is not good at all. Part of me wants to lead off with Land here, just so because I have my Roserade stashed locked in. I want to lead off with Land here just to fire off a Steel Beam if he leads off with the Swirlix. So let's do that. Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with don't have to deal with webs. If I can make sure they don't go up, then that's gonna be great. But I'm leading off with Land here. I'm very nervous about this. I'm so nervous about this. Alright. He's locked in. Let's see. Swirlix. Level 50 with an Eeveelutions. We nuke that thing. Even if it's max special defense, yeah, we OHKO with Steel Beam. Like outright. Haboob. Okay, the Flygon's here. Do I just Steel Beam now? I do want to make sure I have all the teams. Okay, so first, let's make sure I'm writing everything down first, because that's important still. We still got to get that done. Okay, so Flygon. Wow, Flygon. Heliolisk. Swirlix. Cinderace, GMAX, Indeedee, and what is it called? What else is this thing? This thing's called. I'm trying to think of the name. Last Mon. What was it? Sableye, that's it. I can just autotomize here, I think. Which I'm gonna do. I don't think he Earthquakes off the bat. As he Hone Claws. Okay, well I'm gonna outspeed you now. Yeah, so Ape Slash against Flygon. Level 50. Steel Beam has a chance to OHKO. Because of my Shucka Berry, he has a chance to OHKO me. Well, he's going to OHKO me back, actually. So what I have to do, I have to go for Steel Beam here, I believe. Which is okay. We'll fire off the Steel Beam. Hopefully we connect. We outspeed. Steel Beam, baby. We connected. Do we KO? Please tell me we KO. It's a roll. Fucking right. Oh my god. That is so big. That is so fucking huge. Oh my, I'm so sorry, but that is so huge. Getting rid of this is huge. It's huge. Granky just messaged me asking if I'm winning already. And he comes to Sableye. Question I have right now is, do I just sack this off? I think I can do that. Let's do that. Let's just sack it off. Let's just sack it off. Dude, there's a no confusion clause in the league. Thank God we... Okay, at least we connect. Wow. Doesn't even drop. I have to ask Brendan about that right now. So we go down. That's okay. I'm just gonna go into Crook here. He can't use anything on me. All right. He can't use anything on me. Yeah, I'm Earthquaking here. Earthquake, 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 Earthquake. I can just win the game here. Yeah, because usually confusion clauses are things in League. Like you can't use Swagger, you can't use Confuse Ray. But he switches out. What is he going into? Fun Size. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Please do half. Please do half. Oh my god, that's nothing. That's nothing. Holy shit, I did nothing. Shit. Okay. He probably goes for his webs. But I can just go into Casserole here. Scare him out. Does it get Synthesis or something? Or Wish? It gets Wish. Does not get Synthesis. Soft Boiled? No. Ah, shit. I'm just gonna go into Casserole here. I just want to make sure because he sent me. What was his attacking move? He sent me his team before. Swap. We can't wait any longer. He had Flamethrower, Sticky Web, Toxic, and Aromatherapy. Okay. Webs? Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. That really sucks. That really, really sucks. Oh my god. Okay, think. What is he going to go into here? Does he even decide to switch out? I think I just go for the Volt Switch here, honestly. And I see what he does. Or I can... Do I think he goes... What do I think he goes into? Do I think he goes into Heliolisk here? He could. I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave here. That way if he goes into Sableye, that's fine. He stays in, we connect. Okay. That's fine. Sunny Day. He's Solar Power Heliolisk. I should get rid of some sprites here. Oops. Forgot about that. I was too hyped up in this. Oh my god. He's Solar Power Heliolisk. Okay, so wait. Let's get rid of... Where's everything? Where are all my Pokemon? Aegislash is there. Flygon is here. Do I just go for Overheat here? How much does Rotom Heats? So it's going to be against Swirlix. Again, I imagine it's going to be this one. It's got to be like max defense based on the damage that we did there with Crook. Impish with a Violite and a Sun. We cook this. And then how much do we do to Heliolisk? In the Sun, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the Overheat because we do a good chunk of damage to the Heliolisk. Okay, this thing is gone. So down goes the Swirlix. Win or go home. I'm nervous. He got up his webs though, which sucks. That really sucks. That's the Heliolisk, right? No, that's this thing. Okay. I think I Thunder Wave. I Thunder Wave here. Shit. Shit, that really sucks. He's sub on this thing. And he's leftovers. Okay, that takes away one form of... oh fuck, that sucks. Okay, we're at -2 to one ability, one move that he could have. One form of coverage. He is Blaze. So in the Sun, at -2, we don't break the sub. We don't break the sub to Volt Switch either. I have to go for it though, I have to. Bulk up? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright. I see you. I see you. I see you. Huh. Can't really go into Inteleon here. I mean... I kind of can't I? I Airstream. No, but I don't have speed if he goes for his own Airstream. No, I think I have to do this. I think I have to go into Inteleon first. And go for an Airstream. He's going to outspeed us. Unless he goes for an Airstream here, we should outspeed him. So Inteleon versus Cinderace in the Sun. I GMAX, and I go ahead and click Airstream here. He's at +1. It's in the Sun. He does... Oh my god, he does so much damage to me. How much does GMAX bounce? We'll see if he has bounce. He's missing 2 coverage moves. He probably doesn't have Knuckle. Airstream can do half to me. It's a roll. It's like almost a 70% chance for him to 2 KO me. But he has to Airstream here. He has to. He's going to GMAX here. Yeah. That was the right play for him to make. The Sun is a problem. Let's see if he Airstreams. If he Airstreams, he's got it. I think he's got it if he Airstreams. If, and only if he gets the roll, by the way. We GMAX too. Oh man. I should have Volt Switched with the Rotom. I should have Volt Switched. Or I should have gone to Inteleon in the first place. Yeah. I think he's got it. No, maybe it's a roll. 149? Is that what I'm at? 149? 169? If I had just gone, the only reason I decided not to, oh my god. The only reason I decided not to go for that, not to go for Hydro Snipe, was because of, oh my god, that sucks. That sucks, that sucks, that sucks. I didn't go for Hydro Snipe because I thought he'd have a sub. There's no sub. I'm at 149. From 306, it's gotta be like, let me see, calculator, 306 minus 149 is 157. That's a roll. It's a roll. Is there still sun? There's no sun. Oh my god. This sucks. This sucks. He goes for Airstream here. He has to. I have to go for Hydro Snipe. I have to hope he doesn't get the roll. And go for Hydro Snipe and hope I KO. Is he max guards? Okay. Okay. Trying to get extra recovery. There's no sun anymore, so we should be able to nuke this thing. Let's go for another Hydro Snipe. Come on, baby, live this hit. Nope. This went down way too fast. He crit me. Of course he crit me. Oh, that takes away the roll. Oh, that's why I was going down so fast. I fucking knew it. I think this is game. We're about to get swept here. Like, great prep on his part. This matchup was just not kind to me at all. I gotta go Stuns and Roses here. He's at +2. No more Dynamax. Roserade. We do 60 to 72% with Sludge Bomb. That's not enough. Where is Inteleon? Let's hope he goes for sub. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Sludge Bomb will we'll break the sub. Okay. This sash might be the thing that helps us get the win here. Let's go for it again, Sludge Bomb. Wait, did you bounce? Subs again. He's trying to get the Blaze. That's not going to matter. That's not going to matter. Him getting to Blaze is not going to matter. We have our, like, he's going to attack me regardless. We'll break it. We'll get the KO. We'll live the hit. If he misses a Pyro Ball here, it'd be nice. I'm not going to lie. It would be nice. Again, I don't think he will, though. I don't know why he decided to go for the max guard there. That was surprising. Anyways, if I was leftovers there, that would have been nice. Pyro Ball. He connects it. We are Sash. So we live this hit. Very nice. Sash pops. No burn. Nice. Sludge Bomb comes out and we get rid of the threat. Whew. Okay. It's not over, but it's looking like it's over. I'm not gonna lie here. Because he can go into anything and get a KO here. Gizmo, that is the Heliolisk. No, it's not, is this thing. Okay, I'm just gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam here. Let's just go for the Dazzling Gleam, see what happens. He went all on with Sun. He went full on Sun here. So we Dazzling Gleam. We get the KO on this. The Sableye is gone. Oh. It's like it doesn't impact the game, but like that really sucks. Again, this thing has shit. He has 4 turns of sun. Scale shot. Bro, really? Okay, where is my... He wasn't life orb or anything. Where's Rosary? Okay, there it is. Okay, if I go into... So Heliolisk, offensive. Let's just say leftovers for the hell of it. Level 50 against my Kyurem in the sun. And the solar power. It doesn't KO me. Rotom. Where's Rotom? Rotom Heat. In the sun, Hyper Voice does not KO me. I think I go Kyurem here, in case he ends up being special. Not special, Specs or Scarf or something on his, what is it called? Indeedee. Because Crocodile, unless I didn't calc everything correctly, no, Crocodile should drop if he's like modest or something, but that's okay, that's okay. I go for an Earth Power here, correct? Where's Kyurem? Kyurem is here. Earth Power should KO him. It should KO him. Let's go for it. Let's go for the Earth Power here. Unless he's like Shuckleberry. Weather Ball. Ooh, we take it. Very nice. Earth Power. He is not. Oh my god, he's gonna die. He's gonna die to Solar Power. Fantastic. That was a crit. He's a Salt Vest. Dude, that crit mattered. That crit mattered. That crit was big. Holy shit, that crit was big. Psychic Surge. If he's like Calm Mind here, I think he's got it. I'm gonna go for Scale Shot, because if he has Calm Mind and he goes for Calm Mind, then I can kind of like beat it down. And I'll outspeed it next time around if he's not max speed. So I'll go for Scale Shot here. He's Calm Mind. He is Calm Mind. Shit. That's good damage. That's 3. That's 3 times. Okay, it's a speed tie here. We're at neutral. Kyurem against... What is this called again? This is called Indeedee. Male Indeedee. Freeze Dry should get it done for us. Do we win the speed tie? We win the speed tie. Do we get the KO? Oh! No! Are you Life Orb? Are you Life Orb? He's not Life Orb. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure Rotom takes this hit. Where's my Rotom? +1, Timid Expanding Force, we eat it. +1, Timid Expanding Force, we eat it. We live on, at the very worst, 1 point of health. Volt Switch. Expanding Force? Are you timid? Are you modest? We live it! Oh my god, what a game! Fuck, oh shit, that was, my heart is pounding. Guys, that was fucking insanity. Holy shit, good fucking game. I was like, these sets this man is bringing, they are causing me problems, they're giving me a heart attack. Holy shit. Yo, the fact that we had a max HP Crook, max HP Rotom, and max HP Curum all in the back was the reason we got the win here. Oh my god. He was totally AV on that. He was totally AV on that fucking Heliolisk. I can't believe we got the win there. Wow. Guys, if you have not left a like on the video, because that was a hell of a playoff game, make sure to do so. We are advancing to the semifinals in the IBL. Every single season I have been in the IBL, we've advanced to at least the finals. Will this be the time where we don't make it to the finals? Damn. Oh my god, I'm so stressed about that. That was insanity. Yo, the fucking sash on Roserade was the most clutch thing I could have possibly had. G fucking G. Wow. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like on the video, comment down below your thoughts on this crazy battle. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we have battles like this that are helping us get there, and people like you that are going to help us get there. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.
Psych!
Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm joined by coach of the New England Eeveelutions, Pocket Sparrows, after our ridiculous game for the IBL playoffs. How's it going, man?
I'm not doing as well as you, but I'm doing pretty well. There's a lot of things to be excited about in the universe right now, and Pokemon's one of them.
Yeah, there's not gonna lie, this was a ridiculous game. It was crazy. We have each other's teams right now. I think it was very much like it swung one way incredibly high for me, and then it went all the way back to you, and then it swung all the way back in my favor. It was just back and forth, really. First of all, I just want to say, what creative fucking sets. Oh my god.
Thanks, man. I feel like in general, I think my sort of strategies when it comes to competitive Pokemon is try to just like catch people off guard as much as you can, because once you throw someone off, their whole game plan falls through.
100%.
So like I try to, in most of my games, do something that's a little bit off the wall, and to varying results.
I mean, hey, it got you, what, 8-4, basically 7-3.5, we'll call it. Like, the game that we played last time was definitely a 0.5. So, look, all I gotta say is, when you decide to go for the Airstream with your Cinderace, I was like, okay, I just have to hope and pray that he doesn't get the roll to 2 KO me, because it was a roll to 2 KO me. It was a roll heavily in your favor. It was like 70% chance for it to 2 KO me. And, oh, actually, you were adamant. Never mind. That was actually, I'm pretty sure, guaranteed, so forget me. But it was just, this set was phenomenal. It worked like a charm. Without the sash specifically on the Roserade, I think I lost.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was not even expecting the sash. I thought you were baiting a miss, honestly. And I was like, oh, well, if he's out here, I'm just going to bring myself down to Blaze range with the subs. Yeah, and then I'll just guarantee a kill on Crook, depending on if it was like a bulky Crook.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was expecting you to be doing. Like, I was just, dude. So okay, I want to start from the beginning, because crazy stuff went down. Obviously, your Flygon set, I'm gonna go to it right now. Your Flygon set, Hone Claws over Dragon Dance, so you can run Scale Shot and Stone without missing, which I get it. Okay, I was not expecting that. I was expecting your Scarf or Dragon Dance. So that's why when I went for Autotomize, I was thinking, okay, he's either going to U-turn or go for Earthquake. My Shuckle will pop if he does, and I can Steel Beam something after the fact. But, I mean, talk me through that.
So the Flygon lead was... So I have 2 Mons on my team. Both the Flygon and the Indeedee were built around the potential of a Intimidate Crook. The Flygon is White Herb, so even if you didn't get the Intimidate off with Crocodile, I still had something to clear the stats for with Scale Shot.
Yeah.
And then the thought process behind going for, initially when I was like, because your team is so fucking good that like I literally spent like 3 days redesigning this team a million different ways till Sunday. And my initial thought was, oh, is it like a triple axle, and like if I increase my accuracy, I'll get guaranteed 5 hits? No, it isn't. But with a pretty much guaranteed Stone Edge, I was like, you know what? I can at least get rid of his Rotom that way if his Rotom wants to come in and try to bait a Earthquake and then go for a Will-O-Wisp on me. The main idea with Flygon was just to try to get as much damage out in the beginning of the game as possible.
For sure.
And sort of clear the field for Cinderace to come in and hopefully set up on something.
I mean, look, if I wasn't running Steel Beam, it definitely would have done that. Steel Beam was the only thing I could have done that would have OHKO'd you, and the only reason I was running Steel Beam, by the way, was just so that I would be in a situation where after you went for Earthquake with presumably either a Scarf or a Banded Flygon or something, I could then get the KO on it with Shadow Ball, or you say, oh shit, I need to keep this around or else I lose to Scarf Crook, and then you would switch out into something else, sack that off or whatever, and then eventually you get into Cinderace, and you'd be able to click your max Airstream. My mindset was, I click Steel Beam while I'm under half to KO myself so you can't get the +1 boost by Airstream, and I can come in, outspeed you with Inteleon, scare you out, or something along those lines.
That's not bad. Yeah, I like that. I was thrown off by the Steel Beam, but I was mostly, I will not lie, for like half the game, once you were like, I think Confusion is banned, I was like, oh no! So I was just searching through the Discord trying to find it.
Yeah, we are
like, oh no, the audio for this bet match is gonna be so bad.
Yeah,
I'm just silent and freaking out.
I was like,
so I apologize about that. It's legal though, so
it is legal. Yeah, so you got me there. Fair enough. I was very surprised when Brendan's like, yeah, I know it's legal. It's just, why would you run it? And I was like, I guess so, but like, dude, I'm gonna say the only reason I led with the Aegislash was because I wanted to make sure that if you decide to lead with Swirlix, even if you were max special defense, max HP with the Eviolite and a Calm Nature or whatever, I always OHKO'd with Steel Beam. So I was like, I have to do that just in case you decide to lead with that to get webs. And even then, I OHKO pretty much everything except for like the Sableye, the Heliolisk, and the Cinderace. So I was definitely going to take that. But then we kind of moved over.
I was surprised that Sableye took the hit. Honestly, I would have.
You were max special defense.
The correct play should have gone sub instead of Confuse Ray, anyways. But.
Yeah, that would have been, like, if you had done that, then I probably would not have gone into Crook, because I wouldn't have known if you had a lot of defense. But the play was go into Crook because you couldn't Confuse Ray me, Will-O-Wisp me, whatever. So I could just Earthquake and kind of go for it that way. But yeah, like, then when I saw how little I did with Crook on your Swirlix, I was like, shit, you're getting up webs here. I really have no shot. I just got to figure out a way. And I said, I'm going to go into Rotom to kind of like, I don't know. I don't know why I did it, honestly. I kind of just wanted to Volt-Switch around, but then you set up Sun, and I was like, I might as well just get rid of this thing. So
that was kind of the bait. That was 100% the bait.
It worked.
So the idea for getting my Cinderace in was, the two options were, I was going to set up either on your Rotom or I was going to set up on your Clefairy if you brought your Clefairy.
Right.
Because both of them want to throw T-Wave at me. And then I get the free sub on that. But I needed your Rotom to get the drop from Overheat so that my sub would be safe on a Volt Switch.
Right.
So it played out exactly as I was like best case scenario. I was actually really concerned when I didn't see Clefairy, because I was like, oh, his Rotom, he's smart enough to use his Rotom to outplay me. But I got lucky with the Sunny Day Overheat greed.
Well, so here's the thing. I wasn't expecting you to go into Cinderace. I was expecting you to go into Heliolisk and be Solar Power, which you were obviously Solar Power. Yeah. And then I'd be like, okay, even if I'm -2, because you're taking 12% from Solar Power, you're taking a boosted amount of damage from Overheat. In the Sun, it does like 70% still, but you're obviously Assault Vest, so it changes things. But it just really weakens a lot of it. So I said, you know what? You're also not going to OHKO me with anything. Like, Hyper Voice in the Sun from Solar Power boosted, it doesn't OHKO me. So I said, you know what? I'm good to go. I can just go with the Overheat. I'll then Overheat again or whatnot, and then I'll be able to come back to something else and take care of business, because, I mean, eventually there's only a certain number of turns that Sun is going to be up, and you'll be losing 12.5% each time. That's why I went for the Overheat. Not necessarily because
I think it's I don't think it's a bad play, but it is, like, I was just like, yes, okay.
It paid off. It paid off for you.
Yeah, the risk was definitely there. I mean, Rotom in general, I think, is probably the MVP of this match, in my opinion. I mean, Roserade definitely with that sash. But
Roserade. Just because of the sash. Rotom, only reason.
It's so hard to break for my team. At one point I was running a Ninjask on my team as my lead, hoping that you'd lead Rotom. And Ninjask usually doesn't really have anything to deal with Rotom, but it does get Final Gambit. And of the Mons on your team, Rotom is one of the ones that I can take out with Final Gambit. So it was a heavy duty boots Final Gambit Ninjask, and I was hoping to get rid of your Rotom early that way, but then I was like, if I get rid of Rotom early, then I have nothing to set up on if you don't have Clefairy.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, I can tell you my lead was like, and you said why, like, you might be imagining why I'm running Sash on my Roserade. The reason was because you only had one rocker, that was Cobalion, and if I saw you brought Cobalion, I would go for a Spike, because specifically a max special defense, max HP Toxapex, after Spike's damage, cannot take 2 max Mud Shots from my Inteleon. So I said, you know what, I'm just
I didn't even see that you brought Mud Shot. That's interesting.
So that was the plan there, and it was going to end up being something kind of cool, and I was hoping to get that to work. Thankfully, when I saw you didn't have that, I said, you know what, I can keep this in the back. I can use it as a way to bait the Cinderace into attacking me and do like a 55-60% to it with a max special attack Sludge Bomb. Maybe get a poison, maybe paralyze it with Stun Spore, who knows. But then as soon as you revealed sub, I'm like, I have to play this in a way to just attack. And I'm not gonna lie, if you just went for a bounce there on that first turn, I think I was gonna be, I think you're gonna be out of range of Sludge Bomb. Which
man, I was also thinking bounce after the fact too, because then I could have parried you.
Right.
I just wasn't expecting the Focus Sash.
Yeah, and the issue with that is too, like, I had the 30% chance to poison with Sludge Bomb. I also had a 30% chance to poison with Poison Point. So if it's 30% twice, I know it's not guaranteed, but if that either of those happened, then it didn't matter what you had gone for in that instance. I would have made sure that I would still have my Sash intact, or not intact, but my Sash would have been brought all the way down to 1, and it would be in the exact same position, basically. It just, you kind of took yourself out of that equation that way.
Yeah.
Either way, let's talk about the end game quickly, because the end game was kind of crazy. Obviously, after I KO the Cinderace, you go into your Sableye. I KO it with Dazzling Gleam as you match get up a Heat Rock boosted Sunny Day, so that's going to be 7 turns of Sun by the time Sableye dies, and you go into your Heliolisk and you click Scale Shot. What were you hoping I was going to do after that?
So, I mean, Scale Shot was just in case because I don't think. I'm trying to remember the exact reason I went for Scale Shot. It was mostly just in case you had some sort of weird shenanigans with
Kyurem?
The Kyurem, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I wasn't intending to knock it out, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, I figured it wasn't going to hurt to get up the additional speed boost, and you were already in range. I'm not going to reveal my other attacks because they'll have some sort of like surprise factor to them.
Definitely. Yep.
So that was the main call with Scale Shot there, and then hopefully your Crook would come in and I could get a Solar Beam off, but that was not the case.
Yeah. Look, that turn there when you KO the Roserade, I was like, okay, I have 3 options here. What do? I said to myself, I can go into Rotom and I can just overheat and kind of destroy you. Obviously, I did not think you'd be Assault Vest, so if I had done that, that would have been the wrong play. I could have gone into... I might have KO'd you after the turn of Solar Power, but regardless, like that would have made it my Rotom goes down, and I don't have a way to really beat down the what is it called? The Indeedee after. I had Crook that I could have done. I'm like, you know what, I could do Crook, but then before I even looked at that, I said, you know what, I looked at Kyurem, I could live a Hyper Voice if you're not Life Orb or something, and I saw you weren't Life Orb, and you went for Scale Shots, you weren't Spec, so I said, I'm going to go into Kyurem, I'll take the hit, I'll fire off an Earth Power, you should drop. Obviously, I crit you. That crit, it plays a difference, it gets you in range of the Solar Power damage, and you go down.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it a bit before we got on, but the end game there was... Things could have changed. We'll put it that way. Do you want to touch on, like, first of all, why you didn't run, like, electric moves after what Xatu did to you last time, and why you...
Well, Xatu was this week. I think we both knew that.
I mean, I was debating it if you weren't going to bring
really?
T-Bolt again. Honestly, yeah, because if you didn't bring T-Bolt, I could have brought the exact same set again, Cosmic Powered up and run. I think it would have been Cosmic Power, Roost, Dazzling Gleam, Store Power, and just done work.
So one of the early iterations of this team, when I did have an electric move, I've gone back and forth. A lot of my Pokemon suffer from 4-move slot syndrome.
Definitely.
And Heliolisk is a big one, especially with your team when there's so much that I need it to cover. The early iterations of Heliolisk actually had it run Parabolic Charge.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's already Assault Vest. So it was at the early stages, it was kind of my dedicated special defensive wall. So the plan was to use Parabolic Charge to heal up on your Inteleon, because we survive against your Inteleon in the sun against anything you want to throw at us, which is really great, even if you were boosted up. So hopefully I'd take a Airstream, or if you wanted to try to go for a snipe shot after you're back down in your regular form, Heliolisk can heal back up. But then when I was doing all the coverage, and I was like, okay, I don't really need Parabolic Charge. I tried using Thunderbolt initially, and I was like, you know what? He's not going to bring. I don't think Scyther's a bring, and I don't think Xatu's a bring. And Inteleon is frail enough that I can kill it with Hyper Voice, or if the sun is up, I have Solar Beam, and that's going to wipe it off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
I'm
not going to lie.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, it was just a matter of trying to fit as much coverage as possible.
That makes sense. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I knew you weren't gonna run Thunderbolt, I would have definitely brought Scyther. I was thinking of a Scarf Scyther. It didn't come to any of my mocks because I was so positive that a Scarf or a Specs or a Life Orb Heliolisk was coming with an electric type attack with Volt Switch at the very least. So I didn't run with that. But even then, Dual Wing Beat would have done a ton of damage to your Cinderace, ton of damage to everything. And considering that I wasn't expecting Sableye to be coming at all, like the 6 that I was expecting Tangrowth or Toxapex, probably honestly both of them. And then other than the 4 that you brought outside of the Sableye and the what is this called? Swirlix, that's it. I was expecting maybe Cobalion just for rocks, but at the same time, it's an ice resist that you can run a Shuckle Berry on, and you can then lure my Kyurem and get a KO on that, because Kyurem did a number to your team.
Yeah, so for the most part, your team is pretty much what I expected, except for the Roserade. I was expecting the Clefairy over the Roserade. And I think the reason why my team looks a little bit different than your projections is because I knew you were going to be building heavily for Toxapex and Tangrowth.
It was worse than before.
This team was actually, I was going to run Chlorophyll Tangrowth.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No. It actually did work until Rotom showed up.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So the rock slide, I think it has. Rock slide doesn't do enough against a Rotom, and I could go for a Sleep Powder on it, but that's too much luck in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. So the first iteration of this team was I had two ridiculous sets. I had my Aegislash was not offensive. It had let me think of this. It had Spite, Toxic, King's Shield, and Block. Okay? And what that did...
That's going to be the longest game ever, man.
What that did was it trapped your Tangrowth, it trapped your Toxapex, and it basically forced your Toxapex to run out of PP of Knockoff or Scald or whatever. It KO'd your Tangrowth, and that meant that if Tangrowth went down, you had one Pokemon, which was your Flygon, standing in the way of a Scarf Crocodile Sweep. Because again, I wasn't expecting the incoming, the Swirlix to be coming. So that was that. The other set was, all my Inteleon really needs is a Water move and a Flying move. So I ran Air Slash, Sub, Workup, and Whirlpool on my Inteleon to trap the Toxapex and say, I'm going to trap you. My sub is never broken by a knockoff. I can then just continually click Workup. If you're not running Haze, then okay. I set up and I get to +6, and I basically win the game, because at that point I don't need to max until the Helios comes in, and I can just then click Max Geyser and get the KO on that. So I felt comfortable with that. Unfortunately, it never did anything good because people ran Gunk Shot, people ran Haze. So I said, I can't run that. And that's when this set kind of came around, just saying, we're going to run Expert Belt. We found the calc with the Spike, and we said, let's just go with it. And we're going to kind of nuke things as best as possible. And in theory, they do get destroyed. It's just Sableye Thunderwaving me or disabling me or doing whatever to me was not something I wanted to see happen. So I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to come, but obviously it did, and you tried to confuse me, so screw you, man.
Hey, listen, it was the wrong play anyways.
Yeah, so I'll take that. But I mean, hey, if you could have gone the confusion off on me, like, I thought you had Knockoff or Shadow Sneak or something, but no, you just had sub-disable.
Yeah,
All power to
no,
you.
the Sableye was purely just there for Heat Rock.
Yeah.
Prankster. And then also the substitute stall your Inteleon.
Yeah, and that's one of the best ways to handle Inteleon. Honestly, I find that like looking at because specifically you can't beat it with like a water absorb Pokemon. That's the only way to get around it is just by subbing around it until you beat it. And having the Heat Rock was just a benefit. So I wouldn't be surprised if more people kind of try that against me going forward. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. Like you were right about Inteleon. It is out there. It clearly gave you the points to put all this other broken shit on your team.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think my team beforehand, before the transactions, was better in terms of fit because it had more momentum. It had more rockers. Like Cobalion was on my team beforehand. I had Togekiss as well. It was really good. But as soon as I saw Aegislash was there, I'm like, I can have Aegislash, Kyurem, and GMAX Inteleon. Are you kidding me? There's no reason that this should be allowed. I'm gonna show why it shouldn't be allowed. And I think I kind of did, getting Inteleon 21 kills throughout the regular season.
And like Inteleon, like great job with Inteleon.
Appreciate it.
Oh man.
And for you with Cinderace, that thing is like a pain in the ass. Like
yeah, no, I for the beginning of the season I wasn't a huge fan of it after using it in my first few matches because everyone just began T-waving me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, this defeats the fun of it. But you know what? After I sort of like this match is a great example where it was like, oh, there's ways that I can just like play around that and like keep that in mind and know that when people come to a match against a Cinderace like this, they're going to just want to T-wave it.
Especially me. Like I just could not let you outspeed me. And again, I wasn't expecting webs, so that's why I didn't run Defog on Rotom. But like just having the Cinderace outspeed me was the biggest problem. And the fact that you were able to get off the first Airstream and then outspeed me after we both went for Airstream, I was like, I just can't. I have no way out. I just have to rely on Sash Roserade or else it's over. And if I was not running Sash, you'd be advancing right now. You probably would have 6-0'd me with the Cinderace. Or 5-0'd me with the Cinderace at that point.
Yeah. It would have done the Aegislash takes care of itself.
Yeah. I mean, Aegislash just being there, seppukuing itself, and that's all it was. That's what it was there for. I mean, we'll take it. Regardless, Hell... Go ahead.
There's no one I'd rather lose to, man.
I appreciate it.
You're doing a great job this season. Your channel is fucking fire. When I drafted Cinderace, I watched your how to use GMAX Cinderace video.
Look at that. That series is back and better than ever. So Cinderace that's actually the most viewed one by far, and I think people have really appreciated that one because it was one of the best ones, for sure.
Yeah, I wish that my regenerator core was a little bit better, not because I think Toxapex doesn't. I wish I kept my Slowking in terms of that part of my core with Cinderace.
Yeah.
But the Tangrowth was a huge pickup, I think, and that was all influenced by your video.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Slowking would have definitely been a lot better here because you would have had a Trick Room setter with Teleport, and that would have helped out a lot for some of your slower mons. I think that Slowking was definitely the pickup. But regardless, I mean, either way, like you didn't bring them.
Teleport, I couldn't get Teleport to work earlier in the season for whatever reason. It just wasn't genning correctly.
Oh, interesting.
I traded it away, and then I also had Keldeo early on, and it was like too much water types. I wanted to pick up Valiant, and then that it shifted everything. Yeah, man.
Honestly, like your team was crazy. I felt like it was one of my last week when we played it for our meme game. I was looking like, okay, whatever, it's fine. Like I'll just bring my focus energy set with scope lens, and I'll just beat you with the Inteleon. And then I was looking more at him like, holy shit, this matchup is really, really, really hard. And I was like, what's going on? And I went through so many different variations of teams. I had so many different practice battles with my friends, and it was like if I brought my first team against this, I would have gone slaughtered. It would have been like there would have been no chance I had, because my first team had Dedenne over the Roserade. So.
Oh yeah, Dedenne would have been
Yeah.
Dedenne was a possible instead of Clefairy. That was the other possibility, because I thought you were gonna bring some sort of dragon immunity.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I was definitely worried about Flygon. I was more so worried about it clicking Earthquake a bunch against me, or being like Dragon Dance with the Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Dragonclaw. But I mean, look, all I'm gonna say is this game was hell to prep for. I'm hoping I never have to play against this kind of team again because it was damn scary and hella annoying to play against you. So I say with the most, like the highest, the biggest compliment I possibly can. It was annoying as hell to play against you.
I'm sure the confused ray did not help that.
No, it did not. It did not. Dude, okay, we've been talking for like almost half an hour. I really appreciate you hopping on. I really appreciate everyone who stayed back and watched this coach's interview. Make sure to go and check out Sparrows. His link to both of his channels will be down in the description, to the Pocket Sparrows and Pocket Sparrows Roost channels, so make sure to go and check them both out. Highly recommend his content. He's a great guy, ton of fun, and you guys are going to get some crazy, crazy sets. Do you want to go plug anything yet to plug?
Well, for work, I work on a YouTube channel called Nerdwire, and right now our numbers aren't great. So if you guys also want to check out Nerdwire, check out Nerdwire. The algorithm the past month has kind of trounced us. So give that channel some love, especially if you like animation.
I'll have that link in the description, so make sure to go and check it out as well. I gotta check out some of those videos too. But again, thanks for hopping on. Guys, I thank you for watching this coach's interview. I already said we'll be playing the semifinals. Don't know who it's going to be against, but hopefully we can finish off this revenge season and claim a title in the IBL. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys all next time.